guys?
What's up guys?
What's up guys?
What's up guys?
The Tudido Arbel Dress.
I'm Lahmudin Eigaro.
Energy G Salilama.
Ifa Balon.
Pa?
Basic.
Genetic
In this video, I'm going to explain what is Punnett square. So, Punnett square is a square diagram that is used to predict a genotype of a particular cross or breeding experiment. The diagram is used by biologists to determine the probability of an offspring having a particular genotypes. So, to make it clear, I have an example. I will use hair type as an example. So, big letter C is for curly hair, and big letter C and small letter c is for a straight hair. So, let's have a box here, and then separate it into 4, and that is a Punnett square. Let's write big letter C there and there for the sign of curly hair, and in the left side let's write big letter C and small letter c for the sign of straight hair. Capital C represent that our father is curly hair, which is C and C genotypes, and the other one is capital C and small letter c is represent that our mother is straight hair. Let's take each letter from the top and the left side and place it into our Punnett square. We have big letter C and other one letter C in the first square, and then we have big letter C and small letter c. After that, let's take the other one, which is the same at the first square.
Every human latent disease has genetic component. Genetic component can also modify the bodies important for appropriate collecting and applying genetic and genomic information. And technology during the clinical care, the molecular and biochemical basis of disease. Instruction needed to direct activities are contained within a DNA. The same chemical units called cytosine, abbreviated, is ATG and C in complementary DNA strand. Matches with T and C with G to form base pair. Each cell normally contains 23 pairs of chromosomes, which consist of 22 automers, numbered 1 controlled 22, and 1 pair of 6 chromosomes. It proteins the DNA sequence is the particular side-by-side arrangement of bases along the DNA strand. Each gain has unique DNA sequence. Each cells a full complement of DNA cells use genes selectively. For example, the genes active in liver cells differ from the genes active in brain cells, because each cells perform different functions and therefore requires different proteins.
A pedigree is representation of our family. There is show how individuals within a family are related to each other. We can also indicate such individual have a particular trait or genetic condition. If you take a genetic such, we say try to include at least the generation. We need be able to determine how a particular trait is indicated. Using that information, we need be able to tell that chance that given individual we have that trait are called pass it on to the children. There are standard way to draw pedigree so that we can all look at the pedigree and understand it. We use square to explain male and cycle to present female. We take can number your generation with Roman numeral so that top generation would be generation 1 or Roman numeral. Along this line we indicate males and females. We should indicate marriage between individual with or horizontal line condition that two individual. If individual has genetic there we could begin to individual in or show them so that it would be. example, if there have been children that they inherit financially or will be stable, we also want to include this individual, and those are typically show as very small vaccine symbol to indicate there was a loss of child either in pregnancy or healing in life.
So for today's video, I'm gonna share you what is the 5 genetic disorder. So genetic disorder is the result of the genetic abnormalities such as the gene and mutation and additional chromosome. So because of the modern technology right now, so medicine has produced methods of identification the potential health outcomes of genetic disorders. According to the evidence by medical researchers from educated advanced degree nurse practitioners and practicing physicians, the following the base statistical observations to treating and potentially preventing some genetic disorder, included by cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis is a chronic genetic condition that causes patient to produce thick and sticky mucus. It is inhibiting their respiratory, digestive, and reproductive systems. It is also like thalassemia, has a 25% rate of both parents have this cystic fibrosis gene. So the second one is Tay-Sachs disease. Tay-Sachs disease is the genetic condition known as the Tay-Sachs. This condition causes by a chromosal defect similar to the Down syndrome. This disease gradually destroys the nervous system. This disease, not just the children can have this, also adults can be diagnosed in this disease. Can be prevent the risk virtually entirely through the reproductive therapy techniques. Is sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell disease is a lifelong genetic condition that may inherited when the sickle cell trait is passed down by both parents to their children. This disease causes a red blood cell and also causes the cell to clump together and become caught in blood vessels. Then also it mentions the organs damage. The two will be discussed by Dato David Dress.
Down syndrome. Typically, the nucleus of the individual's cells contains 23 pairs of chromosomes. But Down syndrome occurs when the 21 chromosomes is the occupied an extra time in the all or some cells. Nurse practitioners and physicians commonly perform detailed prenatal screening tests,
like blood tests that detect the quantities of the chromosomal material and other substances in a mother blood. This type of testing can be determined with the eye accuracy.
whether or not a child will be born with Down syndrome. When a person is diagnosed to exhibit varying levels of the mild to severe cognitive delays. Other markers of Down syndrome include a higher disposition for congenital health defects, low muscle and tone, smaller physical stature, and on upward slant to the eyes, and according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), approximately 1 in every 700 babies born in the US will have Down syndrome, and also the older a mother is at the time of birth, the more like the child is to have Down syndrome. The previous video we discussed about the Down syndrome. So now I want to discuss to you about the thalassemia. Thalassemia is a family of the hereditary genetic conditions that limit the amount of the hemoglobin an individual can naturally produce. This condition inhibits anemia is a family of hereditary genetic conditions that limits the amount of the hemoglobin an individual can be naturally produce. This condition inhibits oxygen flow throughout the body. And there's a 25% of chances that children who inherit the thalassemia gene from the both parents will be born with the thalassemia. People who are especially likely to be a carriers of the 40 gene that is responsible for the thalassemia include of those of the Southeast Asian, Indian, Chinese, Middle Eastern, and Mediterranean and Northern African. Descent with any form of the thalassemia usually comes as severe anemia, which may require a specialist care such as a regular blood transfusion and chelation and therapy.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Bye-bye.